welcome everybody. We are back again with another episode of the Light the Torch podcast. And we're going to be previewing a very, very big game for us. That is, we'll be heading up to Austin to take on, I don't know, what do we call them, guys? We call them the Horgan Ducks, or we call them the Zeros?
Zeros.
What are we doing today, man? We got so many names for these guys, man.
I just got one question for you, B. Jones. How many of these do they have? Want to count them? Or the Oregon fans that are in the podcast or eventually will see this podcast, count them. And I want to see your guys' how many you guys have.
Yeah. Well, how many do you have since 2020? You know, that's their favorite.
You can say how many we have since 2020, whatever you want to call it. How many do you guys have since then, too?
They're very certain that they have one. It's when they hired Dan Lanning, who won a national championship the year before. Like, they just vicariously just took the coattails there. So.
Yeah.
They're living through Georgia.
I mean, I get that they've been the better program, but you know they got to realize that the part of the reason is because we were hit with so many sanctions, and yeah, they capitalized a little bit, but you know, you guys never ended up winning a championship, so.
Yeah, we had to deal with NCAA sanctions, our own sanctions that we gave ourselves by bad hires, scandal, all kind of stuff, man. We still fighting on it. Yeah, that's tough, man. But yep.
That's the worst sanction of them all.
Yeah, man. So, how you guys feeling about this game, man?
It's a new era. Well, not a new era, but it's just the in-between of a new DC era, so should be interesting.
Yep. I think we're going to be looking a little better than people think we are.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
I feel like the energy is going to be a lot different. We're gonna see them coming out with a lot of energy, a lot to prove.
Exactly. I don't think Oregon is ready for what we're bringing, man. I'm feeling pretty good about this one, man.
Yeah,
we definitely have the potential to be the best team in the nation, despite what our record shows. And
yeah.
So I think we'll look a little closer to that this game. I'm not expecting us to be, just be night and day from what we've seen in 1 week. But I am expecting a lot better on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
So
plus, Notre Dame has a lot. Not Notre Dame. Oregon has a lot to lose, and we have nothing to lose.
Yeah, I mean, Oregon has all the pressure this game.
Yep.
Because not only do they have to beat us, but they got to have some style points. Like, they have to beat us by a lot in order for them. I guess in order for the media to consider it, a respectful win, just because obviously we've looked terrible these last few weeks.
Yeah. Honestly, they probably wanted us to be undefeated by now still.
Yep.
Yeah, it would have benefited them more at that point.
I'm sorry. I think Dan Lanning had a quote. Let me get to it. I'm sorry.
Oh, God. It
says, Coach Odom has actually called defenses before. The last time Oregon played against Oklahoma in the Alamo Bowl, Lanning said. So I think there will be a lot of similarities to the stuff that they already do. I think that the group will probably have some new wrinkles we potentially haven't seen.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's actually going to see Rajon Davis out there.
Yeah, well, hopefully. We don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully.
What we did learn this week is that he who shall not be named was definitely in control over signing off on, all the personnel decisions that we all had questions about. And that, it wasn't, well, which we kind of, for the most part already knew.
Yeah.
But it was just confirmed this week. And, usually sometimes, that's the position coach's decision, but we know that the position coaches were being overruled on those decisions for some strange reason. So, so we should see a lot of the right personnel in there this upcoming game. At least, I would expect to. What do you guys' thoughts on that?
Well, That goes to our first quarter then. I didn't know if we were in first quarter or not.
Wait, what? Did I miss the tie-in? How does that? What does that have to do with?
I thought you were talking about expectations.
No, I just want your
No, I
thoughts.
think thoughts on like the personnel moves and whatnot.
Yeah. Anybody?
Yeah,
else?
yeah, it kind of confirms what we kind of already thought about, right? Hopefully we do see some changes. Obviously, that's the last kind of cherry on top is to really see it visually. But I mean, from what we're hearing and what we've heard, basically we should anticipate that to happen. So.
Right. In fact, why don't you give me your starting defense, or your starting front seven at least? All right. Just for fun.
Yeah. So I mean, I would do. I'm gonna go a little different kind of, but Solomon Bird, obviously, I think the end. Bear bars, but I'm gonna go Lucas over Muhammad. Just like the more of the higher ceiling, but I mean I can't go wrong with either one, to be honest. And then pretty much I need to see Gentry front seven. If we were gonna go 4-3, actually, I'll go Gentry, Cobb, and Davis. I guess would be the three linebackers I would want to see.
Right. Anybody else want to take a shot?
Yeah, I do the same thing, except Muhammad's proved more for me this year than Lucas has. Like, I'd see him work his way in if it was me. But yeah, I mean, need the boys to plug the middle and set the edge. And like, I really want to see some changes and not let Bucky Irving run for 400 yards like he probably would have if Alex Grinch was going to be here another week. So, putting 7 dudes in the box pretty consistently and making Bo Nix beat us. Like, yeah, he's a Heisman contender, but it's kind of a joke because he throws the ball like 4 yards every single play in the air. So there's no reason why he should be a Heisman contender whatsoever.
I think
Come at me, Oregon fans. Come on. Do what you got in the chat, bro.
I do like what you were saying, but I would maybe squeeze Romello Height in there. Romello Height definitely had a lot of good games. I don't know if we really got to see a lot of him so much, but when he was in there, he made a pretty big impact at the rush end. So
you replace who?
Jamel, because Jamel is rush end, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't want to say replace, but it's just like I know we don't really want to always have that like weird rotation where like some people get more playing time than the others, but I think every time that Romello got in there, he definitely made a difference when it came to get into the quarterback at least.
What about you, Ro?
I'm undecided on, like, I really don't have the answer to what would my front seven be, but I would tell you this. I would want to see Shane Lee, Mason Cobb, Gentry, Davis as the only linebackers that we really see throughout the game for the majority of the game. And then just like you guys mentioned, seeing Bars and Bear together at the same time to see if that makes a difference. And if not, obviously switch it up a little bit. But those are the big key changes that I would make or that I would like to see and see if it pans out for us. Obviously, Bucky Irving's top. It's an elite running back, so we can't deny that. So we definitely got to contain them in this game to have a chance.
Yep. If it was me, man, of course, I prefer a 4-man front, which I think we'll be running a lot more of. I'll be moving Bear around a little bit, like we did with Thule. Now, of course, not in coverage. I don't want to see Bear in coverage, but like we did with Thule, moving around a little bit, let them play on the end a little bit, let them play inside. Now rotate with Bars and Kobe Pepe. All you got to do is go up there and take on some blocks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Eat up some gaps. That's all you got to do. And let the linebackers hunt. So I think we can create a lot of mismatches. Who knows? I mean, we might see that. But as far as our linebackers go, yeah, like I agree with you, Raul. Those are the only guys I really want to see, man. The other guys can make their mark on special teams. We're gonna need them there. But,
Do you think? What's your secondary looking like?
depending on what we run, we don't know what the base is, what the base defense is going to be.
Yeah.
But, it's been rumored that there is going to be a different base. But I just personally would like to see Christian Pierce get on the field. I really believe in him. I believe if he, his learning process would have sped up a lot more had he been afforded the same freshman opportunities as another freshman. I don't really understand that one, but I think he's got a big future. He's going to be really big for us in the future, man. So why not get him on the field now?
Is Jacoby Covington's back, right?
Yeah, he was available last week. Yep.
He was available last week. What about Sayer?
I believe he's available. I haven't seen him on the field the last few weeks.
Yeah, because
I haven't heard much about him.
and Domani have taken over those positions. I hope to see a lot of press defense, like get in their faces. I do not want to see any 10 yards off the ball.
Yeah, I expect the secondary to improve as well, man. Like I said, coaches have been freed to do their thing, to do what they know to do, and so the defense overall is just going to be much more improved, man.
I wonder if we'll see Corey Foreman.
Who knows?
We saw Raleigh, so who knows?
Well, actually, Lincoln mentioned it. I mean, he was speaking more on the offensive side of the ball, but he did mention that we might see a lot of younger guys who were redshirted.
Yeah, because it's coming down to the wire, or coming down to the past couple games.
Right. So who knows, man? Mekhi Lemon might have a breakout game. You never know, man, who we might see out there. So.
And who knows? Maybe we'll see Traquan.
I expect to see him, actually.
But you expect to see it?
I expect it.
He's slowly been coming in last few games.
Right. Has he?
Yeah. Certain rotations and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what number he was until now. Number 23.
23, I believe.
Yeah, I got to be on the lookout for that then.
Yep. So, all right, with all that, let's go ahead and jump into it, boys. Go ahead and break down our keys to the game, man. We're gonna start with you guys.
Yeah, so for this game, I mean, I kind of tend to look at this Oregon-Washington game that happened, just given that we're somewhat similar than Washington, right? We have a pretty much elite offense and not so great defenses. Obviously, Washington is still a better defense than us statistically, but I'd say we have the more talent, right? And so with the adjustments of what's going on with Grinch no longer here and some of the changes with the two co-defensive coordinators, I anticipate this definitely be a closer game than this 15-point spread. So, I mean, the keys on the offensive side is we got to run the ball. Got to keep running the ball. For some reason, and I don't know if this is somehow due to the new rules with the clock, but just a quick little stat. Travis died last year in 10 games because he got hurt, unfortunately. He had 145 attempts. Marshawn Lloyd has 99 through 9 games. I'm pretty sure he wasn't going to get 45 carries that last game if he was going to play. So, what I just don't understand the reason behind us, just forgetting about the run game. And so I think that needs to be established, especially with this front seven that Oregon has. But I mean, passing wise, I expect the offense to continue what we've been seeing in the last few games. It seems like we're peaking at the right moment in terms of the offense. Offensive line's looking good. Need to keep the right side going. That's definitely another key. And then defensively, just tackle, keep everything in front of you guys, pressure. Bo, I think that's going to be key. Even though they get the ball out quick, the O-line is a top 5 offensive line. They don't allow many sacks, just have fun. I mean, I think that's the thing on the defensive side. Just play ball like you're playing Pee Wee and Pop Warner, right? I mean, we have nothing to lose. Let's just go out there and ball out.
Yes, sir. I agree with you on that one. That's for sure. Tyler, what you got?
pretty dangerous to play a team that really doesn't have much to lose. And the type of talent that we have to add up to have, that ultimately back that up too is that's scary. And so, Oregon's got a lot to lose, and we really don't. Nobody's expecting our defense to make any sort of improvements, but changing some simple things, changing to a 4-man front, pressing the corners, because Nix does not hold on to the ball that long. Last time I looked, it's like 4.8 air yards per attempt or something like that. So if we're going to play 9 yards off the ball like we do every single time, he's just going to throw, 400 yards against us, because he's going to have guys open all the time. So it'll be nice to see all the position coaches kind of do their own thing, because Dante likes to press his corners, and he definitely should, especially in this game. So Keys, Caleb should go out there and have some fun too. He's been playing pretty well. I still don't know why, he had a rough game against Notre Dame, but, I don't know why he's not in any sort of Heisman talks. Obviously we haven't played very well at all, but as a team, but that's not really anything to do with him. And, he's got another chance on a, very big game where a lot of people are going to watch to, ball out and make some magic happen. And he doesn't have anything to lose right now. So I'd be pretty scared watch him go out there and do what he can do. So the offensive line has been playing pretty well, and seems like there's a lot more continuity there. And but ultimately just want to see some balance, not lose every single, carry after the first half of the second quarter, like it seems to be every single time. Like our second drive in the second quarter seems like Riley gets this weird, crack addict itch that he's got to scratch to throw the ball every single play. So, yeah, defensively, I talked about that already. Just want to see guys, go out there and have some fun. Like Guns, you literally took it right out of my mouth, man. Let the guys go play. Just go hit somebody. And I don't know what I said, but whatever.
You're catching on playback, but
go ahead, Raul. I don't even know what I said, bro.
I messed them all up.
Yeah, way to script his thought process. We might have to remove your sound bar for a podcast.
Just kind of like what Tyler mentioned, USC really doesn't have a lot of pressure going into this game. Like, people don't expect us to do anything. People are expecting us to fold. There was rumors out there that we all knew Caleb wasn't going to quit. And there was out there people speaking out of their ass, oh yeah, Caleb's done for the year already. We all knew that wasn't going to be the case. Caleb's going to be more motivated now because of that, in my opinion. People are counting him out on the Heisman. They counted out USC already, and I think he has a lot to prove this upcoming game, and I think he's going to ball out. So goes to my offensive keys to the game, which would be O-line has to be, they got to play well. It's going to be pretty loud out there. We all know that Oregon's going to be loud. It's going to be cold. So we got to limit those penalties, especially on the offensive side. So we can't put ourselves in a hole where we have a good amount of third and longs. We got to keep those third downs manageable. We got to have a good offensive play calling by Lincoln Riley. He's got to mix it up with passes and running. If he does that, I like our chances. And defensively, kind of what you guys mentioned, just disrupt Bo Nix, try to make him uncomfortable. And ultimately, try to contain Bucky Irving. I know it's easier said than done, but if we can somehow contain them, I think, and put it on Bo Nix to make those tough throws, I think we really have a good chance of winning this Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
Dr. Chan.
So expectations, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Like keep the defensive simple. Just keep it simple. Don't make last second play changes. I do not want to see our defense be looking over at the sideline, having their back to the line right before the ball is snapped, and they're still trying to figure out what the play is. If you see trips on one side, have more people on that side. Simple. Like what they're going to do. Like for them, just don't make it more complicated than it needs to be, because that's what was our biggest issue. We did not know what we needed to do, even with knowing the play. Even coming out of a timeout, we still didn't know what we were doing. So that's my expectations, and also keys of the game too. Just keep it simple for the defense. And when it comes for the defense as well, spy Bo Nix, because he can run that ball. He showed it last year that he can run the ball. Like he may not have as many rushing touchdowns as he had last year, but he can. And I know they're going to be expecting us to be keen on Bucky the whole time, and so that's going to give them the reason to pull that ball and have Bo Nix run the ball. So definitely want to keep an eye out on Bucky, but Bo Nix can definitely hurt us on the run as well. I don't know. I'm pretty sure CRW is going to be on Troy Franklin the whole time. He's pretty much their only threat. He has over 900 yards. He's averaging 100 yards per game. So he has 10 receiving touchdowns. So we definitely need to know where he's at all times when it comes to who we have on him. Like if we have Jalen Smith, you've made some good plays, but we need to have our best coverage people on him. And if somehow someone else is on him, I'm gonna blow a gasket. Like I'm gonna be pissed if I see the incorrect people on Troy. For the offense, I want to see 20 plus rushing attempts, just by Marshawn. 10, maybe 15 by Caleb or Austin Jones, but I want Marshawn to single-handedly just have 20 plus. Because once we do that, then Todd Washington's going to be open over the top. Once we get to the red zone, find Brandon Rice in the back of the end zone, because that's basically his best end zone receiver. And I want to see Deuce Robinson. Get him in there. He definitely – I did not expect him to be that fast and be running away from all those guys. That man can – his strides are 3 of mine. So that dude, if he can just keep his eye on the ball and not want to run without it, then we're good. And then he can take it to the house. He can run through blocks. He's a big dude. He could be the next Drake London. So.
Yep, I see it. For me, I'll say we got to keep Caleb clean, obviously. I mean, this game is going to be won in the trenches. If we have any shot, that's where it's going to, the trenches got to be A1. They got to bring their best game. And we definitely got to establish the run game, man. Like you said, 20 to 25, man. We definitely need that out of Lloyd himself. You know what I mean? I agree with you on that one, Blackie Chan.
And is it confirmed? Is he playing this weekend?
He's available.
Okay, well, whoever the running back is, regardless of who the starting running back is, we need to establish the run game.
Give it to Barlow, like a USC Football for Life said.
That's a guy who they wouldn't be expecting as well. I'm sure they're not game planning it around Darwin Barlow. So,
Raleigh or Raleigh.
So, we got to take what they give us, man. Don't try to force anything. It's not there. Throw it away, recoup. You know what I mean? Don't try to force anything. And let's see, defensively, We need to play gap sound football, man. Now, that was the thing with he who should not be named. Their gap responsibilities are just all out of whack, man. If you even want to call it that, it's like they had no responsibilities, man. It's just that's why you see ends going way inside and weird twists and stuff. It's like, all right, man, that's not necessary. You know, and when you especially when you have a 3-man front, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So, yeah, gap sound football, keep nicks in the pocket and collapse the middle, man. So, I mean, I want to see the ends taking on blocks with their inside shoulders, keeping the outside shoulders free and not letting anybody get outside of them. You know what I mean? That do your job first. You just keep contained.
Yes.
Then make a play. Responsibility first, then make the play.
Thank you.
Yep. So that's something that I don't know if they were just not teaching that or what. But I don't know, man. Some weird stuff that was happening all year on the defense, and that's where we're at.
You might have to put pause on this, but don't get sucked in.
Damn, Bucky Chan.
Where's the pause? Where's the pause?
Pause.
Hey, at least you gave us a disclaimer first, man. Can you even do that? Ain't that like against the rules, man? No, but last note, man, we have to swarm to the ball. Got to swarm to the football. I want to see 11 hats on the ball. You know what I mean? Then you can go in for the strip. The first guy cannot go in trying to strip the ball. Second, third, go for it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, those are my keys to the game, man. It's what I expect to see. I'm pretty sure a lot of that is being taught. That's basic level stuff that wasn't being taught previously for some reason. So anybody, yeah, coach. So anybody got anything else they want to add before we move on?
I mean, just like individually, like the defense has just been like destroyed through the media the whole entire year and last year. So now you finally have the chance to distance yourself from that theme and that whole entire just like regurgitation of the same thing over and over again. So be the guy to make the play, to get people to shut up about our defense. Like actually want to step up and make that play. Yeah, somebody get in a lane and light somebody up. Somebody do something that we really haven't seen for a long time.
You know what's sad though? All the media is like, it's not the fact that USC's defense is so bad. It's like when he who shall not be named was fired, they're like, finally, it took them long enough. That's all that anyone's saying. It's not the fact that we're bad. It's the fact that, oh, we kept him for so long. Like everyone and their mother knew, except for Lincoln Riley and his mother. Sorry, Lincoln, did not. But I'm just saying, like everyone else knew, but not
about mamas.
I will say they play extra hard this game.
Oh yeah,
especially all the players that were fed up with all the nonsense.
Absolutely. There's a lot of guys.
I think they're going to play their heart out, and I don't want to get too ahead of myself because I know it's coming out later down the line, but I do expect the defense to play hard.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I high energy coming out of that, I think.
Yep. So that's going to conclude our first quarter. We'll move into the second quarter where we'll give you guys our player of the game predictions.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
this is going to be a good one, actually. Right. I feel like.
So go ahead, Guns. We're going to start with you.
Yeah, I think offense, I'm just going to go with Caleb. I mean, he's going to have to, win us the game, basically, in my opinion, still. So give it on the offense, defense. I'm going to give it to Kalen Bullock. I want to see a great game out of him. He's got Taylor Mays in his ear now. Obviously, he had him in his ear, obviously, still. But from a coaching perspective, maybe that somehow lights a fire under his butt. And he balls out.
Yep. Tyler?
Offense, Zachariah Branch. This seems like a game where Riley's going to have a few fun wrinkles that we haven't seen. Some extra plays off of some of the things we've seen this year and get him into space and let him just have one guy to beat. And if it's one-on-one, I'll take my chances with Zachariah Branch every single time. And then defensively, I'm gonna have to go Eric Gentry. That dude, that dude put some heat on his name earlier this week with his tweet. So he's gonna have to step up and show that it was it was worth doing that. And I think he'll be ready to go. He's played pretty well most of the times that I've seen him so far this year. Still had a couple mistakes here and there, but he's the linebacker that I still trust the most, honestly. And so I think he has a pretty big game. Most double-digit tackles, get in the backfield maybe one or two times, and I think he'll probably get a pick. Bozo picks is prone to do it, so definitely think that it can happen for sure.
Right. Roll.
Offensive player of the game. I think I'm gonna cheat here. It's not gonna be just one player. I'm gonna have to give it to the O-line.
I like that.
That's a good one.
They're gonna have to step up big time, to give time for Caleb to do his thing, to give time for the running backs to do or open up some guys for the running back. So I'm gonna go with the offensive line for player of the game. Defensive, I'm gonna double down on last week's pick. I'm gonna go with Solomon Bird. So Mama Bird, you seen this? You got to tell your son to play his ass off this upcoming game because I'm gonna put money on USC this week. And it was obvious, guys. So I'm just gonna jump ahead. It's all right. I think Solomon Bird is gonna have a big game for us.
All right. Blackie Chan.
I'm going to have to give it to Marshawn. I really hope that this will be the game of the year for him. I really hope that Lincoln Riley finally pulls the trigger and just gives him the ball the whole time. But if not, I'm going to fall back on something else. My player of 1B will be Taj Washington. So Mr. Consistency, he's going to I don't think their DBs are as good as what people think they are. I think we could tear them apart. I know everyone wants every time they talk about their cornerback, they always point out that he was a transfer from Alabama, so he must be good. Basically, no, he transferred from Alabama for a reason. He was hoping to get more playing time because he couldn't beat the person in front of him. So, but yeah, for defense, I'm going to go with Eric Gentry too as well. Throwing over him, he's been the MVP since after the Notre Dame game. He's just been making a big impact. He's had so much more snaps than he's been allotted to after that Notre Dame game. So I'm going to go with Eric Gentry. He's just a difference maker in the middle of that field. Throwing over him, it's so hard. It's hard, and he's good at rushing the passer. He was our only he was the only person to get a sack last week against the person who's been sacked the least this whole year, and Michael Penix. So, yeah, I'm going to go with him.
Okay. I got one that you guys probably won't even think of. Well, offensively, I'll start with offense first. It's pretty obvious. I'm gonna go with Caleb, man. I think he has the most to prove. I think he's ready to silence all the doubters. The fact that he's not even in the race right now and he's going head to head again with another Heisman candidate. I think he's, you know how Caleb is, man. So he's a competitor. He's gonna do his thing offensively. So defensively, I'm gonna go with Rajon. If we see Rajon like I expect to, because obviously I feel like the best players will play now. If we see Rajon like I expect him to get player of the game, man. Rajon has a motor. He runs sideline to sideline. I'm telling you, he can cover the flat, the hook curls. He's got all that, man. And Oregon runs a lot of hook curls, so they try to get the ball out quick, with quick slants and everything. I think Rajon will be right there. So if Rajon does play, I think he has a chance to make a big impact. But I know for sure Eric Gentry will. So I'm gonna go 1B with Gentry. That's my safety net right there. EG is, he's going to cause problems for Knicks, period. Knicks has never seen the likes of Eric Gentry, never had to throw over anyone like that, like Eric Gentry. So, yeah, man, he's going to be causing problems like he always does. So, anybody else got anything on that?
No, I think for the most part, everyone that on the defensive side, everyone has put a pick in that could easily be the MVP for this game because we're definitely going to count on them. I feel like. So
I believe Rick is in the chat, man. Shout out to Rick.
Yep.
Rick, who was his guys? Who do you say? Bear.
He said Bear and Marshawn.
Yeah. Okay. I can easily see that too. It's so many to choose from, man. We got so much talent on this team, man. It's just kind of tragic how this season is going for us. But
so USC Football for Life said Caleb has a Heisman performance and puts him back in the race. I do honestly think this could put him back in the race. I do think if he puts up some insane numbers, I think he'll at least get the invites.
Listen, man, last week he outperformed Penix.
Yeah.
And what did you see in the media? Everyone hyping up Penix. I'm like, you guys really just going to act like he didn't just get outplayed by the reigning Heisman?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I called out a few guys, especially, Joe Klatt on that one and a few mainstream media guys, man. But it's ridiculous the hate that Caleb gets, man, or that USC gets in general.
The disrespect.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just want to discount. They've been waiting for this time to happen for Caleb.
Yep.
Which explains why everyone's been crapping on him about his whole emotional situation. People just need to chill the hell out. You act like you haven't been emotional for a loss, but it just tells me that they don't really play the sport. If you really are dedicated to the sport, a loss really hurts.
I got mixed feelings on that one. Listen, yes, absolutely. You're gonna get emotional sometimes, but I don't think I agree with him showing that in public.
But like you said, a
generation from my days. So.
Well, yeah, but still, if your mom tells you to just let it out, you gonna listen to your mom.
Yeah, I guess.
If it's your dad, you ain't gonna be like, "It's your dad."
Honestly, I'd probably "No, mom, not here," but but that's me. Hey, each his own. I'm not knocking him. I get it. It's been a crazy, unimaginable season that shouldn't even.
He should not be in this situation.
Right, exactly. So I understand it, but
yeah.
Anybody else got on that before we move on?
Regarding Caleb,
yeah,
I understand.
All over the headlines.
I understand that where his emotions come from. It's probably he knows that this is probably going to be his last year, and his dream of winning a national championship were completely shut down at that point. I'm with you, B. Jones. I would have just probably kept that to myself at the very least in the locker room.
Exactly.
And outside of all these trolls, being that they're going to be trolling the crap out of them and whatnot. So,
yeah,
I don't mind it. He busts his ass on the field, and he's done it pretty much everything that he possibly can. He's had one bad game in 3 years. And that was against Notre Dame when he threw the 3 picks.
Yeah.
And outside of that, he is as elite as they come, and that's why anybody who has half a brain says that he's the best talent to ever be, a quarterback in college, including guys like Trevor Lawrence, when Lawrence was this perfect god of a football quarterback. So I don't mind it. I like the emotion. I love that, he has his heart on his sleeve and he doesn't give a shit what everybody else thinks. I don't care that he paints his nails. I don't care about any of that stuff. The guy goes out there and he balls. like literally 99% of the time. He makes like rare mistakes, but he leads and his teammates love him. And like, if he was some douchebag that was making $10 million in college and all of his teammates hated him, it's a different thing. But ultimately, his teammates love him, and like that's a testament to how solid of a dude he is. And I don't care what type of emotion he shows, because that dude leaves every single ounce of himself on that field every single time. And it's not his fault that we're not still in a national championship race at all.
Yeah.
And I would say lastly to say this, I have a coworker that's a big USC fan. She's a female, by the way, in terms of why I'm say this. But she said girls love that crap. So
No, that's not.
Caleb is playing chess out here, guys. So it might be something that he's like, you know what? He's like, chicks love that shit. So
But
I don't mind seeing him cry.
So you're calling Oregon a bunch of chicks, right? Since they're gonna love that, and turn over and just be able to take it over the weekend.
No, I'm saying just showing that emotion on the field on a tough moment.
Yeah, and the thing about it is though, like he was saying that the job's not finished. At this point, the job is finished right now. Like it's not what he was hoping the ending would be for his job at USC, but now it's just showing that the job is finished, and this is pretty much it for him. Unless for God knows why, if he would come back, but it's just like he had this whole plan for himself after the Heisman. He was like, okay, time to get to work. Job's not finished, and now he just watched it all come crashing down. He's literally put us on his shoulders the whole time, and it wasn't good enough.
I mean, right now he's probably thinking it's done, but you just never know, right? Like especially with NIL, he could potentially make decent money, and if he doesn't like who's the top pick in the draft, and if we hire like an elite DC, maybe, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, I highly doubt it. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Unless
there's not enough
goes
money.
On a strike.
Like, he's gonna make as much money with his rookie contract as Nick Bosa makes right now as the highest paid defensive end in the entire NFL. And so there's not enough money to risk him coming back for 1 year, whatsoever. So he ain't coming back. Like, he's not gonna be Matt Barkley 2.0. There's another dude that wore the same damn jersey that lost out on $100 million because he got hurt as a senior in college. I would love to see him come back, but he's not. There's just no way.
Yeah,
I've been back and forth on this one as well. I mean, I said like maybe there's a chance just because, like you said, the job's not finished. You know what I mean? There's going to be that what if factor, especially now we're going to get a fully functional defensive coach, defensive coordinator. You know, but at the end of the day, man, it's you got to strike when the iron's hot in the NFL. We've seen guys lose out on big money, by not like we got a guy on our staff. Let's take Taylor Mays for instance. Had he come out his junior year and not returned to SC, he would have been a first rounder. He would have.
He did the same thing that Matt Barkley did, right?
Yeah, exactly. His career trajectory would have been a lot different. His pro career trajectory. So the NFL is a league that's like that. You got to strike when the iron is hot, man.
Not for long. That's what it stands for.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, ultimately, it falls into what kind of situation you land on. But yeah, for Caleb, man.
How long did Caleb stay for technically? Does he still have a COVID year? Like if he
came in,
he's a junior, so yeah, I mean, he would come back. Doesn't even need the COVID thing.
No, but I'm saying, like, does he have that?
Like, how long could he stay?
Like 2 more years if he wanted to.
Yeah, I don't think the 2020 year counts for anybody who played. So basically, you have that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
that's how Shiloh's able to play.
Hey, B. Jones, this is where you put pause. There's no point in talking about that.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
All right.
We'll be lucky if he comes back next year. Let's
right.
Let's stop it at that.
So that's going to bring us to halftime. We will save our recruiting updates for Sunday's show, so make sure you guys tune in for that.
I guess halftime, what we could say is go follow the USC basketball team. They need your support as well. Season opener started today, so
yeah, they are 53 to 31 right now. So
guys, no, halftime is like and subscribe time.
Hey, we can still show love to the
then
USC
we can pass them to the basketball way. Well, business first, guys. No, I was kidding. But yeah, fellas, make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. Go ahead and hit that like button while you're at it. While we're at halftime, we will not start the third quarter. You guys do that.
3 more until we get to 100.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe, man. We're almost there. Help us grow this channel. It will benefit everyone greatly. You guys get then we can get down to the exclusive. Hey, no drinking on the job, buddy. What's going on over there?
So Jeff said Caleb
got an addiction after Grinch for the last 2 years. Yeah.
I have
not in recovery yet. I haven't admitted I got the problem. So,
hey Rick, if you're still in the show, one of our guys owes Blackie Chan a beer, so maybe you can recommend the beer.
There we go. Yep, that's the guy to go to, man. Make sure you guys check out Rick's last episode as well, man. If you haven't done that, go ahead and check out LBC Trojan. 5 o'clock now is the name of his podcast. He has great beer recommendations along with football. You get football and beer, man. Who doesn't love that? So make sure you guys check out my guy, LBC Trojan over there.
So Jeff has pointed out that Caleb was a true freshman in 2021, not in 2020. So he only has normal year.
Okay. That's Miller Moss as well, right? I believe they're in the same class.
Yep.
Okay.
But Miller redshirted, so.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's hop into this third quarter, man.
The quarter that everyone's been waiting for.
Yes, sir. And Guns, we're going to let you take it away, man. We're going to give you guys our coaching carousel updates.
Yeah, so I mean, really, we're only kind of hearing one name right now in terms of who we've reached out to and contacted. Supposedly, it is the Texas DC coach PK PK. He's solid defense, top 30 right now. He's known as a defensive line coach, excuse me. So I mean, he's gonna want those big bodies in there, and I would expect him to be he's obviously all about the whole defense, but I would say front seven, that's basically our missing piece always these last few years, or 10 years or whatnot, basically. We're some chatter with Scott Simons. A lot of our fans out there like him. SMU's DC. He's very young. Some of us are slowly fading away from Jim Leonard. I don't know if that's going to be more realistic. He's really a Midwest guy. His wife loves it out there. Money talks, though, so you never know, right? Somebody who's becoming our favorite, or at least my favorite, Glenn Schumann, Georgia's co-DC. I think he's definitely somebody that is bright, young, worked with two great defensive minds, Kirby Smart and Nick Saban. So, I mean, why not there? But that's kind of what I'm hearing so far. And I don't know if you guys are hearing anything else right now, but.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff asked in the chat about Jim Leonard, and from what we've heard, we have reached out to him, and seems like he is not super high on wanting to take over as big of a project of the USC defense. And I mean, I'm kind of souring on the guy because he seems to just want to jump to the NFL, and it seems like he's kind of been waiting for the Packers DC job, and ultimately, like, we were talking with some of the guys in the chat, and the fact that they've, like, the Big Ten West, he's playing some of the worst offenses in the entire country, like 3 or 4 times every single year. And so, like, yeah, did he do more with less? He absolutely did. But is that like a true sample size when you're playing like 3 of like the worst 10 offenses in the whole country? Like, I not ultimately as impressed as, you know, he's definitely a good coach. Like, he's definitely doing more with less. He's got a bunch of pasty white dudes like me out there, and they're all, you know, doing what they're supposed to do. But like, you know, I just don't think that he's going to take that job. So, I mean, Pete Witkowski, that would be a solid pick for me. Glenn Schumann's definitely my number one. You know, if we haven't paid high school kids NIL money for the last 2 years, so somebody should have a big old bag for whoever our DC is and get some dudes into flip before the early signing day. That's what I'm looking for right here. My mouth is watering to get me an answer on who our new DC is going to be. It was close, but that one was for you, V. Jones.
I have my finger ready, bro.
He had his finger on that button too.
Here, I'm gonna go back to my drink. All right.
Go ahead, bro.
I haven't really kept up with the defensive coordinator search. Kind of been focused on just, you know, what the next game. Obviously, just excited about the next game. Leaving that up to you guys, but what I would say this, that I do want a younger guy that has that wants to put his name or grow his brand, and could connect with the young guys, you know, that can recruit to help us get those defensive recruits. Like Tyler mentioned, I do want Schumann. If we can pick somebody, I would want Schumann. Whether he'll be the guy or not, who knows? But I want a young defensive, a young guy that can recruit, basically, that can connect with these high schoolers.
Right. Dr. Chen.
There's a name that hasn't been talked about, and I don't know if it's going to be an option, but DJ Durkin from Texas A&M. Like, their defense, like, their offense sucks, but their defense, like, they're top 10 in a Russian defense. So I would definitely like to see that. He's kind of young, isn't he? I don't know how old he is, but he hasn't been talked about too much. But SMU's DC, I saw Trojan Blades video about it, and definitely made me actually think about wanting to get an SMU DC, because I never thought I'd want an SMU defensive coordinator, but I don't know what's going on with the whole Jim Leonard. But all these people that we've been talking about, I would take hands down. I feel like it would be a really good hire for us. I just don't want to hear about a defensive coordinator that hasn't been talked about, like, or that's like out of like left field, like someone from like Louisiana Tech or something like that. If I haven't heard of him really, and if like that, I just feel like that would be kind of a waste of an opportunity that we have to get a big name, more proven defensive coordinator. So I definitely would like to, like, I honestly would be pretty happy if we got the defensive coordinator for from Texas, because I've ever since this whole year I've kind of watched their games just to see how they've been doing, and plus they've been getting a lot of hype. So, and their defense flies to the ball. They're fast and strong. So I think that would definitely be a big step for us in that regards.
Yep. As far as Jim Leonard, man, I'm over it, and just like that, I'm frozen, a little ahead of schedule, but I'm over it, man. Yeah, Jim Leonard doesn't seem like he wants to be here, and that's fine with me. You can stay where you at or wherever you're trying to go. That's cool. If you don't want anybody who doesn't want to be here or has to second guess if they want to be here. because they probably won't be here long. You know what I mean? No one has mentioned yet, at least not this episode, but Danton Lynn, man, Anthony Lynn's son.
Yeah.
He's young. He's getting the job done over there at for the Ruins. He's turned their defense all the way around, man. He looks very promising in this.
Yeah.
In this game.
He's
only
probably
thing
going to get a big boy job, though.
exactly. That's exactly where I was going.
Yeah.
What'd you
And,
say, Tyler?
He's going to the NFL.
Oh, okay.
Yep, he's looking like he's definitely trending that way, man. So it would be nice if we could steal him away before he makes that move. You know, maybe he wants to get a little more experience. Maybe he wants to experience some real football over here. You know, a real program that's, you know, actually has great.
Look at powder blue all day.
Right.
We would actually boost his resume. Being on UCLA kind of hurts his resume.
I mean, playing less is more, and they got a top 10 defense. Like he's doing plenty for himself right there. So,
yeah.
I mean, just kind of some of the things in the chat here. Like, I really think that, you know, I think Pete K is one of the guys that, you know, it's been a hot name. He's only making $1 million right now. The only coordinator in the entire country that's making more than $2 million is Jim Knowles. And the other top coordinators are making like 1.7 to 1.9. And so you give some guy 2.5 mil or something like that. Like, it's not like we don't have the money. Mama Jen's pulling in all the boosters and getting a lot of the guys who haven't been around for a while, getting back in, ultimately helping pad the wallet a little bit. So it's not like we don't have the money to be able to fork it out.
Yep.
I just hope we get this over with soon, because early signing day period is right around the corner.
Yep.
It'll be announced. It'll be announced the week following the UCLA game. And that guy will have like 2 weeks or so to flip some dudes before early signing day and before the portal opens.
Absolutely.
Do you guys think that's enough time?
Yep. I think
Lincoln Riley did a good job with it within his first 2 weeks of being at USC. So
That's true.
So
the reason why, Ro, because it'll be all over the headlines. Kids pay attention to the headlines.
A lot of hype.
And then you got to remember these kids. Coach didn't stop recruiting me, so that's when I knew I had to go there.
Exactly.
And if it's Texas has a good defensive recruiting class going on right now. And if we were to take him,
hey, I don't mind screwing Texas over.
Yep.
I don't hate Texas. I just dislike them because of, you guys know why. But
that's the only reason why I hate Texas.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I don't hate them, but the only reason why I don't like them either.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, man. So we'll see how that goes, how that plays out. But you can expect something happen pretty soon. There's a couple of guys over at that Georgia I wouldn't mind. You know, they got a lot of defensive staff members that are looking pretty good. They're pretty solid resumes over there. So don't be surprised if you see a name from over there jump into the conversation. I mean,
Just hopefully not Muschamp, dude. He's a chump, dude. I just don't like him.
So what you said last week wasn't a fluke.
Yeah. No, I said that on purpose this time, that one. But yeah, and honestly, I just don't see how him and Lincoln would gel.
Yeah.
It seems like Muschamp would. Yeah, that. Yeah, but I just feel like he would like undermine him a lot, you know, basically and stuff like that. So, but I mean, it's a great defensive mind, so it's better than Grinch, right?
Honestly, I don't know. Okay, so far we've seen that Lincoln would just turn the keys over to whoever's on the defensive side of the ball. So I don't know about that. Everybody, you know, I think that's a little more
appealing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and I don't think that is going to be as much of a deal than, you know, everybody's making it seem. Even if Brenda was hired, you know, and they allegedly have beef, you know, I mean, I think they settle the differences and be able to get along.
Your side of the field, I'll stay on mine.
You know,
just let them give them the gloves. Let them settle it out, and After that, move on.
You're right. My money's on Aranda though.
Show some toughness, guys.
Yeah,
Who'd say
no,
USC football for life asked a good question. Who do you guys think would be flip candidates for, a new DC?
flip candidates. Oh,
That's tough. It truly depends on who the DC is, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, if we take the Texas guy, then a few other prospects probably or recruits would probably be good candidates. But I'll say I want KVA, so I'm hoping that a big time defensive coordinator would get KVA to think about switching over here. But he seems pretty locked in with Notre Dame. But
Yeah, it seems that way.
Yeah, like we would have to really look at who, like if it's PK, we have to look at who he's been recruiting, like and all, like because who knows who, like there could be people that haven't been on our radar or we haven't been on their radar until we get their defensive coordinator that's been recruiting them. So who knows?
I mean, and then hasn't it been at least said or rumored that a lot of the local top high schools like Mater Dei and Bosco, the reason why the recruits went elsewhere was because we had that bad reputation of not having that defensive minded coach. So maybe a few of their recruits would flip over to us, being that they can stay local and with family and whatnot.
Yep, I expect to see some, especially if once that new NIL is rolled out. We haven't mentioned that at all, but
Yeah.
flip some guys. We'll flip some guys. Trust.
So right now, Texas has a 5-star linebacker in Colin Simmons out of Texas.
Yeah, he wouldn't flip to us. I don't see him. I don't see that happening.
Who
The two
knows?
names that visited us recently that I could see, getting another real chance with would be Xavier Filsame and Gabriel Relaford. Filsame is a 5-star safety, and then Relaford, he's committed to A&M.
Yep.
So, they both visited us very recently, even in the midst of us having this terrible reputation on defense. And so, Filsame is, I don't know if that's how you say his last name, but he's teammates with Brian Jackson, the running back commitment that we have right now. So to get him to come out in the midst of all of this is a pretty good sign. And I think those guys would be guys we'd try to target and flip to get some impact young kids in this class.
Yeah, Texas is trying to flip him too, that safety. So that would work. I also agree with Jordan Johnson Rubel, I believe. He's an IMG guy. He's a DB safety. He's somebody that we were talking to before he committed to Texas. So, I mean, that's somebody to potentially look into maybe.
Can't think of his name right now, but it's a top cornerback from Mater Dei. Who's the
Xavier.
Yeah, Sabian
Brown,
Brown, or what's his name? Do you think? I know he was very close to committing to us, right? Like at least that's what they made it seem like at the time.
It was, and then just the Nick Saban kind of.
Yeah, he's
Concept
always
over.
wanted to be coached by Nick Saban.
But yeah, it was pretty much us and them.
Yep. Let's see, where'd it go? Brent Iverson says Mater Dei told me Riley was stubborn. They told you right. Obviously, he's stubborn. That's why it took him so long to make the move that he finally made.
Oh, we all know that.
Yeah, that is one thing that we have learned this year about or actually last year about Lincoln Riley. But yeah, man, we'll see how that plays out. But we're gonna move into our fourth quarter and get into these predictions for the rest of the conference scheduled games, man. What do you guys see anything that you like, man? Any matchups that you got your eye on before we get started?
Let's see who's playing right now.
Honestly, this first game that we'll probably talk about, this Arizona-Colorado game, I for some reason I have a kind of a weird feeling about this for Arizona, where they somehow could lose.
Nope.
I understand the Fafita, hype train over here, but I mean, it's at Colorado. Arizona just got their 6th win, bowl game, right? Everything's running high. Maybe they overlooked this team. We'll see. But that's just something that kind of caught my eye.
Well, hey, let's get further into it since we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's their prediction?
So I mean the spread's 10.5. Arizona. Over and under is 54.5.
Right, 11-8 is at CU.
Yep, at CU. I still think Arizona wins, but I just don't see them winning big. I say 7 at least. Arizona would win, but would not be shocked if Colorado somehow upset them.
Yeah, and it's sad that it's going to be on the Pac-12 network.
Yep.
But,
so no one's going to watch it.
Yeah. So not many will see that, but that's definitely going to be a good quarterback duel over there.
Jeff took the words right out of my mouth. I was saying, like, they just have they are just a nightmare right now. I mean, they went from like biggest hype train to fattest dud ever in like a few weeks. So all to Blackie Chan's big cheesy grin and face for that one. He ain't hating that at all. So Arizona, I'm on the Fafita train too, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
So Arizona?
You know, it's crazy. I almost hit the upset button. I'm like, wait a minute, man.
Arizona's not an upset.
Arizona's actually ranked. They're ranked 21.
Are they ranked 21?
Yeah. But it's so funny because Colorado gets so much hype. You know what I mean? You would think they're the ranked team. But
God, they're ranked ahead of us.
Come on, man. Why'd you have to do that? Why'd you have to do that?
Man, you know why.
Hey, we beat a ranked team this year now.
There we go.
Yeah, right. If we're going to go off of that.
Right. Bro.
You Oklahoma fans. Oh, yeah, we lost versus a ranked team. No, you guys didn't. They weren't ranked at the time. Arizona, I think they're playing a lot better. They definitely got overlooked before the season started. They definitely have a good thing going on. I guess it was a blessing in disguise with what's his name, Delora, or getting hurt with Fafita, starting. I think he's a solid quarterback, and I see Arizona getting the W.
Yep.
Yep. No surprise picks there. Go ahead, Blackie Chan. This should be interesting.
No, I'm going with Colorado. No, fuck that. No, Arizona all the way. Like Fafita, my guy. He's going to cause some. I feel like I'm going to jinx him now because we were like that with Jaden Delore. We were all hyping him up, and then we basically jinxed him. But no, Fafita takes care of the ball. Plus, they have a really good duo at wide receiver. They don't have 2 Travis Hunters, so good luck trying to defend them.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Their DBs at Colorado are gonna have to work cut out for him. I don't care how good Travis Hunter is. If he's playing both ways, he's gonna be.
Don't
tired.
know why he's still doing that, but
yeah, I am looking forward to that. Him and T Mac going at it though. That should be a pretty good one, man. And that Fafita and Shador duel is gonna be pretty interesting too, man. So it's a lot. That's probably my game of the week, man. Side of our game. But yeah, it should be a good one, man. But I definitely got Arizona winning this one.
Colorado really. Oh, go sorry.
What was that?
I was just going to say Colorado really needs this game though to get bowl eligible.
Yeah, they can need it all they want, but I don't think they're getting it, man, at all, man. Their defense is just atrocious. O-line is horrible. Oh my God, their O-line is horrible. Yeah.
He brought the Louis Vuitton from DHgate, the cheap shit.
Yeah, man. I don't know about that one. Yeah, appreciate you. Hey, help us grow, Gabe. Yeah, definitely, man. That's that's not Louis over there. That's not quite Lewis over there on that O line.
It's Louis Vuitton.
Exactly. That's Lewis. We'll roll with Utah and UW. It's another prime game for us, and that's gonna be on Fox 12:30.
Fox.
Big
Yeah.
game. And let's see, where's it gonna be? That's gonna be at
Washington.
Yeah. So yeah, I expect well, I'll let you go ahead and take it again. Sorry.
No, you're good. I like Washington here. Like them to cover that 9.5 pretty easily, honestly.
Yep. Tyler?
Yeah. I mean, Washington's defense is terrible, but I just don't think that Utah has the chance to be able to hang. Penix will throw a lot, and they just unfortunately will not be able to hang. They're just better team at this point. I mean, if Rising and Kesey was there, then maybe they might be able to get some things done, but they'll win by 2 scores.
Right. Bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Washington. They got too much to play for. I think they're gonna be focused. It's gonna be at Washington. Utah, they have a solid defense, but offensively they're not great, which I think it's gonna be their downfall for this game. Plus, they got to deal with an elite running back out there at Washington.
It's too soon, bro. It's too soon.
That hurt and it was funny at the same
It's not
time.
even a week old, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the
Keep
reason
on
he's the
shallow,
reason Alex
damn
Grinch
it.
got fired. So
That was a shot at Grinch, by the way, guys.
yeah,
our play.
he's the man who got Alex Grinch fired. So I guess we should like him.
We should thank him. Yeah.
Right, it is. Go ahead, Black Chin.
Washington, Utah. They're not playing USC's defense. Granted, Washington's defense is not that much better though. But what was it? We scored on Utah. Not like it wasn't like we scored pretty easy on them. I feel like, and so if we can do that, Washington easily can do that. So I think Washington kind of does what Oregon did, but maybe or Utah will score maybe 2 or like a touchdown or 2 more than what they scored against Oregon. So easily Washington wins, I think, by 17.
Okay. Yeah, obviously I'm going Washington as well, man. I really think it'll be a blowout, to be honest. I'm gonna say something crazy. You guys ready? I'm gonna say 59-14.
I can see it.
Damn.
59-14.
I think they're gonna blow
Yeah, they don't have the offense to keep up
them at all. Exactly. If Washington gets up early,
You think they're gonna destroy that defense though?
Yeah.
Their defense is pretty good.
Look what Oregon did to them.
So what? Yeah, but when we played against them and we were balanced, we did well. But when we were not balanced and Riley stopped running the ball, then we started to struggle. So,
but Washington proved that they're a little better at managing the game.
Not only that, but I don't think Washington has the locker room issues that we probably had.
No, absolutely not.
So
they don't have any of that.
Yeah, exactly. So that I could see a blowout as well. I personally think it's probably going to be like a 3-score game at the very least.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be 50s on them, but I think it's going to be at least they're going to put up at least 30 or 40 on them.
They'll put over 40 for sure.
Yep, they for sure will. I can see that being a blowout. I'm calling a blowout on that one. All right, let's move into the next game. That's going to be Washington State and Cal, and that is going to be
at Cal.
ESPN2 at Cal at 1 p.m. And that is a 1-point spread, believe it or not.
Yeah. So basically a pick 'em. One team's four 4 game losing streak. Cal, Washington State's on a 5-game losing streak. So somebody's going to finally get a win here. I like Cal, just even though they've obviously been losing both teams. I have more faith in terms of, I guess, Ott. I believe that's his last name. The running back for Cal, he's pretty good. Obviously, we made him look really, really good, but still, he's pretty solid running back. So give me Cal.
Okay. Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, flip a coin. Like, there's going to be more
Right.
people watching our show right now than are going to be at that damn game. So, like, does anybody even care? Like, I don't care. I don't give a shit who wins this game. If I had to pick, I just take the team at home. Not that like they have any home field advantage when there's 6 people in the crowd, but like I'll take Cal. They could sleep in their own beds in beautiful Berkeley instead of out in Pullman. So I'll take Cal.
Yep. All right. Raul, what you got?
Pretty much where Tyler and Gunner. I'll take Cal. I think Jaden Ott is a solid running back, and he's going to help out the QB there. And just they'll get the W, I think.
Yep. Go ahead, Black Chan.
I don't get it. I was pretty high on Wazoo early this year. I thought they had a good chance of making it to the Pac-12 championship at least. What happened to them? I don't know. Like Cam Ward hasn't lit up the scoreboard I thought he would, like he was doing last year towards the end of the season. So Cal, which I never thought I would actually pick Cal to win a game, but they're both bad. So, but Jaden or Jordan Ott, he ran all over us. So I think he can do the same thing, and Mendoza will do enough to not lose the game for them.
So, yep, I got Cal winning, and here's why. Washington State is ranked 130th in rushing yards. They are very one-dimensional, extremely one-dimensional. So if Cal can keep everything underneath and force them to run the ball, I think they have a good chance. As long as they don't do it Alex Grinch style and not have anyone in the box and just have a 3-man front with everybody else 10 to 12 yards deep. Yeah, then Ott will have like 300 yards before contact. But yeah, Cal should definitely win this one handedly, man. Yeah, I've been pretty disappointed in Cam Ward as well, man. I think I'm gonna have to jump off that train as well. The the Cam Ward train. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to let those pass me by, man. Yeah, they haven't been looking too great. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're 130th in rushing yards, man. So, yeah, let's move on. We got Stanford and Oregon. Oregon State, and that is at Reser Stadium in Corvallis. A tough place to play. That is 2:30 on the WAC-12 network.
Yeah, give me Oregon State. 20.5 does seem a little big, but I mean, Stanford's not great. But I mean, I don't have stats in front of me. But just looking at these last 5 games, I would assume Oregon State's not a great cover team if you're betting out there. So, but I like Oregon State still to win, regardless.
Yep. Tyler?
Yeah, Oregon State's kind of lingering in the end of that territory of like a lot of those teams that could see some chaos happen and they could make some magic happen. And if they just kind of keep on trudging along, Stanford should be not an issue for them whatsoever. So I think they'll win like 30-17.
Right. Okay. Bro.
Yeah, I also got Oregon State winning that game. It's going to be at Oregon State. So now I don't see Stanford being able to keep up with them. And I think we see a solid performance by DJ.
Okay. See that's the thing, man. We don't ever really know what we're gonna get out of DJ. But go ahead, Blackie Chan.
I'm going to pick Oregon State. I just hope they don't look past them because they have Washington next week. So Stanford could keep it close, but I'm going to pick Oregon State to win but just hope like who did they play last week? Because I think they beat Colorado last week, so only by 7 points. So, but that game was already put away until the fourth quarter. But just don't look past Stanford because you never know. They could have another Colorado game happen, but I doubt it.
Yeah, they're not playing Colorado, no.
Nope. That's what Jeff said.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, man, no surprises here. I'm definitely going with the Beefs. You're gonna pull out them chainsaws and chop them trees. There's nothing going for Stanford in this game, man. Regardless of how DJ plays, I don't see Stanford pulling this one off. I feel like DJ's gonna have a pretty good game this game, man. They don't have, like I said, man. They have one defensive standout over there. They may have some trouble with what's his name, Manor, whatever, Stanford's receiver.
Oh yeah,
or something like that. He might do a little bit, but it's not going to be enough, man. Yeah, especially games in Corvallis, Stanford just don't have the chops to pull that on off. So we are going to move on. We got the Ruins and the Sun Devils. And that is going to be at the Rose Bowl at 6 p.m. on the WAC-12 network. Yeah, what is it? 16-5. DraftKings is the spread.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Ruins here. ASU's just very depleted and just not a great team. So,
right. Tyler?
I think things get funky.
Uh-oh.
And ASU wins this game.
What?
Bruins definitely don't cover. I don't think the Bruins cover, but this could be another game like Kenny Dillingham threw the kitchen sink at us, and this could just be another game that I'm just feeling that they just have some wild shit that nobody sees and nobody expects, and maybe nothing happens, but I want to see Powder Blue go down again. I always root for that. If our season is pretty much over, then I root for the demise of the Golden Domers and the Powder Blue turds in Westwood.
Yep. Roll.
I'm with Tyler. I got ASU winning.
Yeah, you are, baby. Let's go.
Yep. Gonna be what is it? Force down or what's the thing? I think they say force up, or is that what they say? But I'm saying it's gonna be force down or force like the four, or isn't it? Or don't they have a thing? At least they would do it in the past because UCLA, the 4 letters.
Something I got to clap. Something stupid.
Something like that. But I got Arizona State winning on the simple fact that stadium's probably going to be half empty, or at least 2/3 of the stadium is going to be empty, and they're going to be overseeing, or they're going to overlook that game because they have us next week. So I think Arizona State pulls it off.
I don't want to, but I'm picking UCLA for this one. Like, Utah put a hurting on them last week, and they have no offense as well. So I think UCLA has slightly better offense, especially a better run game. with what's his name, Carson. Is that his? What's their running back's name? I don't know, but I think he's a good running back. And their defense, their run defense, is going to eat up Scatterboo. So I think this is going to be kind of ugly for Arizona State. I think they could lose by 17 to 21 points.
Lose by that much, or
Yeah, lose by that much.
okay. I do agree with your what you take as far as the winner, but I don't know about that score. I think the score will probably be like 17-21. I don't expect it to be a high scoring game. Both offenses suck. UCLA has a slightly better defense. Well, not slightly better. They have a better defense, but yeah, man, it's not a game that I'm going to be tuning into, to be honest with you, man. Well, one, because of time, but simply like it's not an exciting game.
Nope.
Yeah. So I'm going to move on. We'll finally get to our game, the grand finale, the main event. The reason why you're all here. And to talk about Grinch. But but yeah, man, we got the Oregon Sucks in our Trojans. And that's a 7:30 p.m. game on Fox, of course, and that's at Austin Stadium. And we are the underdogs with a 15.5 spread.
It's on Fox too, so that's good.
Yep, it's on Fox. It's on primetime game on primetime. So, and not talking about Deion Sanders. But go ahead, Gun.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think the spread's a little outrageous, honestly, regardless of what we've seen on the defensive side for USC. I mean, we're going to be able to score against this defense as long as the O-line does their thing and we find pressure and attack the ball on the defensive side. I see a 42-38 victory for USC.
Okay. Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about the offensive line throughout this. I'm worried about Justin Dedich in this type of a game. He's had a lot of snap infractions. He has not played really consistent. The line as a whole has played better the last couple games, but this is a different environment. It's not an easy place to go play, and this has become somewhat of a weird rivalry over the last few years. And I mean, it's gonna be a different game. Like, I expect the defense to still make some mistakes because they're probably, they're not going to be accustomed to these things, and things are going to change. And, they're definitely going to try to simplify stuff and go back to playing normal ball. But I think we play close. And as much as I want to pick us to win this game, I think that we're not going to be able to contain Bucky Irving enough. I still think that he's going to be a big problem. I'm not sure about it. I'm very conflicted. I don't think that they cover the spread for sure, but I think it's close, and I think we show a lot of promise. I think we show a lot of people that our defense was almost uniformly an Alex Grinch problem. I just don't think that we have enough to be able to change things to make things happen this weekend. So I think we win by one score or lose by one score. It really pains me to say that. They still suck, and I hope that they're the fifth ranked team, so we can all laugh at them when they miss the playoff. I absolutely hope that happens. But like, the logic in me just can't pick us to win, unfortunately.
Roll.
I know I'm gonna be bullied here for it, and I'm sorry to all the Trojan fans out there.
Roll.
I'm disappointed, Tyler.
Yeah,
Hey.
hit the like and subscribe button, all you Trojan fans.
Hey, did you see LBC's prediction last night? He
I
he
did.
he actually said that we would get blown out.
That's fine. I
Yeah,
like
that-
Rick, but
I thought I saw 38-35 from him, but I could be wrong.
everybody
Gotcha.
everybody's okay to make a mistake once in a while. So it's all right, Tyler. We'll talk about it on Sunday.
You guys can think of some sort of troll thing that I'll have to do in the next podcast that I'm on. If I'm wrong here, all right?
All right.
Drop it in the comments what you think I should do.
So here's my thing. To all you Oregon fans, yes, I dislike you guys so much. You guys talk so much crap. Like you guys accomplished. Look, you guys, I threw this jacket so you guys can see it. Now. You guys see this? These are championships. You guys have none of these. All right, so you guys play for Pac-12 championships. Unfortunately, we can't play for a championship, national championship this year. But I am predicting that we're going to be playing for a Pac-12 championship this season.
This season.
Yep. Utah is going to lose to Washington, and that's going to line it up for USC to, be extra motivated to get this W in Oregon. Not only that, the defense is going to be extra motivated because now they fire their coach, and as you guys all know, when you fire a coach, the players respond to the new coach. They play their asses off. And just like my Raiders did last week with Antonio Pierce. So
just win, baby.
Exactly. So I am predicting a USC victory. I'm going to fight on to victory. I see and before I say my prediction, Oregon's probably going to be not thinking much of USC. They're going to say, oh, they play no defense. It's switch defense. Well, guess what, guys? It's not going to be the same defense. You guys don't know what you're going to see. I am predicting, Nua Odom, putting up a game plan that's going to allow us to get this victory. Lincoln Riley's going to pull a few strings, get creative. And I am seeing a USC 45 versus an Oregon 31.
Oh.
Whew.
Okay.
All right.
You can hit that button, B. Jones. You haven't been hitting that.
Corn worthy.
See, I feel like I should have gone before Raul because he just had this motivational speech going on. I ain't got into that. But
yeah, top that one, Bucky.
I gotta do my best. Remember the Titans speech here. You do not let them get one first down. No. This is rough. Like, I want to be realistic with basically how our defense has been playing, but I feel like we're more motivated than ever at this point to get this victory. And I do think that Oregon is going to overlook us and that they think that they can get cute with some certain things, and then they're going to make mistakes.
It is Pac-12 after dark as well, guys. Come on.
Any given day, people are counting us out. I don't count us out because we have Caleb Williams. So I'm picking us to win 45-42. Dennis Lynch earns his scholarship with the last second field goal.
There you go. I like it.
Okay.
I don't even like the fact that we're getting the upset sound.
It sounds so weird. It's weird doing it, man. Having the upset sound.
All right. We got to do it for this one.
Yep. I mean, that's the situation we're in. But So I'll tell you guys right now, I took a little peek in the Oregon community, man. And they're shaking.
They're shaking?
They're shaking. There's some guys over there that are shaking because
okay, I gotta check this out.
They know they haven't faced this talent all year. They faced Washington, and let's be honest, Washington is not the more talented team than we are. We was outcoached in that game. in that game. We should have won, and we should have won handily, to be honest. If we had half a defensive coordinator last week. But this team is very beatable, this Oregon team. We have all the motivation in the world. We're desperate for a win.
Okay.
Right. And the defense will look better. How much better is the question. That's it.
We just needed to be slightly better, B. Jones.
Exactly. That's it. It's funny because you see all these score predictions, especially from Oregon fans, right? When do we not play offense? When do we stop? When do we forget how to play offense? We've been putting up points all year, regardless of how it's been done. We've still been putting up points. All of a sudden, we forget how to play offense this game? Nah. I saw that defense. There's some holes in that defense, and if I'm seeing it, pretty sure Lincoln's seeing them too. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I feel like we can pull this one off. I really do, man. So I'm going to say 49-42. Actually, 49-45. 49-45.
Okay.
That's what I'm seeing. So I think we pull this off. Tyler, you are the lone doubter here in this one. And,
Anthony, I will 100% change my background to Officer Goofy just for you, my man. You're the only one who threw a punishment out there, and that sounds solid to me. So sign me up. I will be Officer
I think we need more
in my background.
I think we need more than that.
What's that? Do you need more than that?
Yeah, I'll think of something. But
if you leave to me, it's definitely gonna be some push-ups. Tyler's gonna grow.
how athletic are you, Tyler?
I'm the 3-and-D white guy that plays basketball. I can run,
Wait.
but
where though?
Yeah.
Where are you playing basketball? Are we talking about YMCA lunchtime with the old people, or are we talking about
I'll go get some runs in at 24. Don't hate B. Jones.
I'm asking. I don't know.
I grew up playing sports my whole entire life. I'm like a natural athlete. Not the biggest dude in the room, that's for sure. But I
He's
can get
him,
out there
guys.
and not look stupid.
Tyler said he's him.
Right.
No, hey, whoa, I'm not going there.
You're not Austin Reeves?
He says Hemi Neutron. Hemi Butler.
I was called Jimmy Neutron a lot when I was a kid because my head was fucking massive and my body was not. So that brought up some real trauma right there, man.
That's not where I was going, but that's funny.
That was messed up.
That brought up some real trauma. I'm gonna have to go
Right.
get off this call right now.
Emotional.
My mama's hands.
I
I
am
need
looking at their
Caleb's
community
mama
right now,
to
B. Jones.
hold on to me.
What was that?
I'm looking at their community right now. So there are some people that are saying, "Don't underestimate us."
Yep.
If you look at the facts of how the season has gone, yeah, offensively we had some struggles here and there, but we've been in almost every game with the exception of Notre Dame. And even at the Notre Dame game, we had a slight chance towards the end if it wasn't for like that kick return touchdown or punt return touchdown, whatever it was. We beat Washington last week if we had a slightly better defense. We just needed like one stop, two stops, and we would have won that game. Yeah, I get that it's going to be in Eugene and it's going to be at night, going to be cold, but it's not like, our players can't play in the cold. Caleb's from fucking Maryland. He's used to playing in the cold.
It's a momentum game, and if we go out there and we get like a 3-and-out, or they only get like one first down, and we get a stop, like that'd be a hell of a lot of fun to watch. See what the defense can do if they get that momentum after getting their first stop post Alex Grinch era.
Right. Don't get me wrong, Tyler. Everything you're saying makes perfect sense. Even the Dedich thing. I personally think that Dedich is. I feel like he's corrected his mistakes. At least these last couple of games he has, and he's an experienced guy, man. So I think he'll whip that O-line into shape, man. Like, you know, everything that we said previously about Didic and his leadership skills. I think now is the time, you know that it's going to come out and it's going to show. And at least we need it to.
Yeah.
You know? So I think he's up for that task, man. But yeah, Blackie Chan, what's up, man? You got some over-unders for us for our overtime period? Nope, he didn't do his homework, guys. You see that face he just made? Caught off guard.
Bro,
Didn't do his homework.
over under, there's no real homework for it. You can just spit anything out over under.
Oh, what's up?
Bucky Irving, 150 yards.
Buy or sell. Caleb Williams will have 4 total touchdowns, not just passing touchdowns, 4 total touchdowns.
Yeah, over.
Over.
It's buy.
Bye. Yeah, bye.
Buy.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm buying it.
That's
And then what'd you say,
Irving,
Tyler? You said
we
150?
keep him under. Yeah, $150 for Bucky Irving. You think we can hold him under $150?
I think we can.
I think we can. It's
Will
gonna
we?
be close.
Another question, but
It's gonna be close.
So
I think he had like 127 against Washington.
Are we
so-
talking about rushing?
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
No.
Okay,
that's a
I
good
think we
question.
can. I think we can keep him under $150 rushing, but total that might be different because they like to use him out.
If
of
we
the
hold them under 150, I think that we got a good chance to win the game. But they're going to lean on him, and we're going to have to prove that, you know, we can stop him. And he's one of the best running backs in the country. So if we do that, I think we got a pretty good chance to win.
I hear you, but like previously mentioned, man, Nua's taking control now, and Nua is not gonna let the gap assignments be the same as they were under previous defensive coordinator, man. So I think we're gonna shore up those gap assignments on the defensive end. It's gonna look a lot different in our run stopping.
over.
Trust me, I don't need to see like a night and day thing. I just want to see some progress. Like I just want to see guys stay in the gaps. I don't want, you know, that same halfback toss play that Washington ran like 14 times where they get outside and, you know, he's not touched until he's 15 yards down the field.
Nobody's
Like,
there. It's
Get
dramatic.
contained. Yeah. Get contained and make somebody make a play and have him run back into, you know, Bear Bars lighten up the middle. Like make him get through somebody. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to see it, and I'm rooting for that. And I would be the first person to be happy that I'm wrong. Like I will do what's necessary within reason. I'm not gonna do anything stupid. But I'll make an ass out of myself if I'm wrong. I don't give a shit.
Over under. What is it called? We have 4.5 stops.
Over.
Yeah, over.
Over under.
I don't
Over
expect.
under. Oh,
You
I
said
got
over.
one. All right, you finish. Go ahead, B. Jones.
No, I was gonna say I don't expect us to be 8 yards off the ball on 3rd and 2. So, so I think we get some 3rd down stops this game.
If you live closer, Tyler, I would have you have one of my hottest hot sauces.
Oh, you know what? That's a good one. I'll go take you I'll take you a ghost pepper or something, Tyler, and eat it live.
Nah.
No milk for like
Nah,
10 minutes.
That ain't stupid shit. That ain't gonna fly.
You gotta fight on. You gotta fight on.
I'll make
Fight on. Gotta fight through that pain.
Fight this damn pain, Tyler.
I have the second hottest hot sauce in the world. That's
Cool.
6
Yeah,
million
that
still
ain't happening.
here.
Y'all
Do
trying
you
to
see how white I am? You guys
He's
see
a
how
father.
white I am? That
Yeah.
shit is not happening.
This is called the end.
The end.
Yeah, why would you have that, Blackie Chan? I'm Mexican and I don't even will attempt to eat that.
Have you guys ever watched Hot Ones before?
I have, but still, I wouldn't eat it.
Yeah,
I have their whole.
that's
I
gonna
have
be a
one of
no
their
for me,
box
dog.
sets. I've done
Yeah.
the hot ones challenge before. I've survived it.
No.
It was fine.
Yeah. I mean, good for you. I'm gonna be supporting you from the sideline on that one, big dog. It ain't
This
happening.
made me curl up into a ball and just rethink life.
Yep.
Yeah.
That. I mean, good for you. I'm
gonna
gonna
watch my
transition
hand
the
after
conversation so we can stop talking about this. But my what I was saying earlier, over under Bryson Shaw plays 5 snaps.
Don't do this to us.
Come on, man.
Hey, what did Bryson Shaw do to you, Tyler?
No, what did he not do to
Literally be Swiss cheese and like the worst traffic cone defense as a safety I've ever seen in my damn life. That's what he did to me.
No, that's not his fault. They put
us?
him
That's
in
how
that
you really
position.
feel.
Hey, yeah, man.
I mean, you guys want to be around for another hour? I'll tell you how I feel about it.
I'm not going there, man. I'm not touching.
Jeff
But,
Jeff Rodriguez has one for us. Over or under 2
I'm gonna say
turnovers?
over though.
Oh, nobody gonna give me that answer?
Nope.
no. No.
Because you all want to say under. I know.
Oh, I'll say over. I'll be the one that calls it
I
out.
plead the
Over.
fifth.
Damn.
What was the number 5?
5. Yeah.
5.
Yeah, he gets like 6 or 7, and then that's it.
Wait, are you
He-
talking about
he can be
snaps?
one of
or are you
the-
talking about?
Yeah,
Are you talking about snaps
yeah,
or
5
drives?
plays. Yeah, I want to. Can he just ride the pine and just keep Caleb's seat warm on the bench? Like that's all I want to see.
We all know.
It's gonna be a little chilly in Austin, you know.
Oh man. I'm not doing it.
If he sees it, I mean, like I said before in the past, I'm a skinny white dude. I'm not gonna say it to his face, but the internet is a little bit free of a place, so you know,
Keyboard
I'll
warrior.
say it on the internet. Yep. Mhm.
So wait, Jeff Rodriguez has over or under 2 turnovers.
2 turnovers that we force, or that?
Yeah,
Or,
that we force.
I can see that one's tough because it's 3's a good amount. And then
2 turnovers that we force. I would say right at 2.
I would say 2. I was thinking 2, so I would have said 1.5. But 3 turnovers, it'll be tough. But I don't know. I feel like this defense is going to be playing lights or just with a lot of energy and got something to prove. And it's Oregon, so I could see 2 turnovers for sure at least.
I want to say under. They only have 2 turnovers all year, and that's only 2 interceptions from Knicks. No one's had a fumble. No one's put the ball on the ground.
Hey, but check it out. They haven't played Eric Gentry all year.
Yeah, but
And
That guy causes
I'm just
problems.
saying though, you know, he's not going to be passing down the middle with Eric. Well, we don't know that, but
and then
if he does pass down the middle, then I could see it happening. But if he just does his dink passes to the side, then it's going to be kind of hard unless we're really good at punching the ball out. But I'm going to put under. I think we have a chance at a turnover, but
hey, does turnover on downs count?
no.
No.
I'm gonna say because I'm pretty sure what's his name?
They had a whole bunch of those against
Lanning
Auburn.
I was gonna say Lanning's probably gonna go 4th and 1 or 4th and 2 quite often.
I expect to see a lot of 2-point conversions too against us.
All right, so let's get 2 more of those. Let's get 2 more over-unders and let's get out of here, fellas.
Yep.
Anybody else got it?
Marshawn Lloyd, 18 carries, over under.
Oh man.
They're supposed to be hard.
Based on his comments earlier today, I'm just gonna say under. It feels like we're not gonna see him much, but I really do hope we do. But yeah, I'm just gonna say under.
I'm going to say over because that was my keys to victory. So I'm hoping.
And is that 18 just Lloyd or just like combined with all running backs?
Just Lloyd.
For Lloyd.
I mean, whoever the starting running back is, if for some reason Marshawn Lloyd's not playing and Austin Jones is 1, then like Austin Jones getting 18.
I'm gonna go under 18 because we got to remember now we have Leak as well, so he probably gets a few touches. and Jones. So I'll go under that 18.
What about you, Gons? Did you give us an answer?
Yeah, I said under earlier, but I'm kind of rethinking since we talked about Austin Jones. I mean, we're gonna have to run the ball, right, to succeed, I think. So yeah, give me over with Austin. I think he deserves it.
Let's see. Let's see here. What's a good one here? Over or under?
Let's go.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say let's go sacks, guys. It's a new front seven. What do you guys think? 2.5. Over under 2.5.
Oh God, that's rough. Because they are fast about getting that ball out. But I'm going to call it. I'm going to say over.
Yeah, I'm going to say under. I say we get 2 flat.
Yeah, I'm gonna say under. Just a quick little stat that I saw from one of our media guys. They haven't allowed a sack the last 3 games. In 6 of the 9 games, they've only allowed multiple sacks, and just once allowed only 4 sacks all season. So yeah, I say under.
Yeah, I'll take the under. 1 or 2. It's not a game to get sacks. It's a game to make them earn their way down the field. Like I think I've literally said every single week this entire season, but more so than ever, like a lot of press, make Knicks have to make contested catches or, contested throws instead of just letting him, dink and dunk, which we should not see guys 9 yards off the ball anymore. So yeah, I don't think that this is the game to get a lot of sacks, but the defense should be able to perform without that.
Right. All right, guys, that is going to conclude it for us. Guys, make sure you guys go check out USCJ. Our friend USCJ is over there on Duck Zone 503 podcast.
Yeah.
Giving Oregon Duck fan the business over there. So
Pause.
that's not how I meant that, but make sure you guys go support USCJ over there, man. Wait, before you leave though, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our channel, man. And make sure that share part is important, man. Spread the word to your friends, man. It's the best podcast smoking over here.
Don't miss out. Lastly, Sunday, Tyler's gonna make a fool of himself, guys. So just make sure you guys tune in for that.
So make sure you guys check back in with us on Sunday, man. We'll be here at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, man. So with that being said, man, we have nothing else for you tonight. Make sure you hit that like button before you get out of here. Fight on.
Fight on.
Fight on.